what's going on with the Waltzes today? You got Tim Waltz's daughter out here comparing Democrats to Jesus or something like that, saying that if Jesus was here, he would condemn Trump or Trump would condemn Jesus. Yeah, I think that's what she was saying. Now you got Tim Waltz out here. His people out here getting arrested? Look, a member of Governor Tim Waltz's administration in Minnesota has been arrested for vandalizing parked Tesla vehicles. Dylan, he wasn't going to vandalize them if they wasn't, right? Dylan Brian Adams, 33, a physical policy analyst for the state of Minnesota, was filmed keying. Why did he put it like that? A number of parked Teslas while walking his dog. I think his dog needs to go ahead and take his human on a walk. Honestly, bro, what? Gunther Eagleman adds 10 years prison at minimum. What do y'all think the minimum consequences should be at best when it comes to stuff like this? I mean, you got to consider a lot. People have to contact, whoever they got to contact in order to get it fixed. I'm sure they got to let their insurance know. And they got to contact the paint job people or dent people, however it go. Then they got to schedule to get that fixed, which is then going to take their money, which is a big inconvenience on their end. So what should be the consequence? Let me know. Now, excuse me. This is him, the 33-year-old. Hey, man, you the same age as me, bro. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Look at him right here, y'all. Just look at that man. Okay, y'all can't see. He ain't keying. You know what I'm saying? You can't see him doing nothing. It look like he just writing on the wall. YouTube. Like he's just writing on the wall to me. That's where it's stopping. We can't have this play showing that because that's considered violence, right? For YouTube. But I can fast forward it like this and you can see. They got this man in 4K. It is 2025. And in addition to that, before you went out and did this stupid crap, didn't you look at the news? I mean, that's where you get your information from anyway, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. The news probably wouldn't report that they own people getting arrested for stuff like this, right? Because it goes against, it's counterproductive towards their narrative. According to his LinkedIn page, though, Adams has been working for the state of Minnesota for nearly 7 years, and he graduated from Johns Hopkins University in 2014. I love how dumb liberals commit crimes while being recorded. This is not the 90s, bro. This is not even the early 2000s, dog. It is 2025, man. Yes. Let me see. Will you condemn this attack and finally stop inciting? Yeah, come on, Tim Waltz. I need you to condemn these attacks on democracy, right? Right. But Elon Musk said it best. This type of reaction is not, how do I say, not coincidental.
Why this rage against you now? First they hated him, now they hate both of you.
Well, I think we're seeing an antibody reaction from those who are receiving
antibody reaction.
the wasteful and fraudulent money.
They're being exposed.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be exposed.
I'll tell you a lesson I learned at PayPal. You know who complained the loudest, and the quickest, and the loudest, and with the most amount of righteous indignation?
Scammers.
The fraudsters. That's who complained first, loudest, and they would generally have this immense overreaction. That's how we knew they were the fraudsters.
Why this rage?
Because that overreaction usually means that you were banking all your chips into that one thing, you know what I'm saying? And somebody caught on your scheme, or you probably got, you a middleman in a situation. Sometimes your life becomes collateral in those type of situations. I ain't think, hey, look, I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow, but I don't want no problem with nobody, okay? I'm just here to report some news. And that's literally it. Now, they're actually calling to deport Elon Musk. Like, yeah, we got to get him out of here. What? Why would y'all? People. What did Donald Trump say? He can say he has the cure for cancer and they just don't care. Now, this picture right here is going viral. I'll even make it bigger for you. Let me read the top before I scroll up for you. It says, in a surprise to absolutely nobody, the terrorist just arrested by FBI for firebombing a Tesla dealership in Kansas City is trans. Almost 50% of those arrested for terrorizing Tesla showrooms have been trans. Trans violence needs to be addressed. Now, I can't show y'all in the video in which it's fire in the video. Okay, and I can't show that. So, or he, or whatever. It says FBI Director Kash Patel just announced that they have arrested the terrorist. Yes, Kash Patel is involved in this. And they say he's facing 20 years. And this is the second anti-Tesla terrorist caught this week. Oh, let me make sure I'm show y'all that fire now. That's the video below of somebody riding past the Tesla and seeing the fire. But it says the FBI apprehended Owen McIntyre. I don't know how you said this. McIntyre, a college student in Boston. He threw a Mazel Tov cocktail at the dealership while home for spring break. Talk about FAFO. Talk about FAFO. Bro, you coming home for spring break. You thought you was just going to casually throw a Mazel Tov, make it back to your spot, and then hear about it on the news later? Like this was your evil plan? Pinky? Another dingbot, somebody adds, Sandy, lefty arrested for allegedly vandalizing 3 Teslas at a shopping center. The damage totaled over $10,000. He is charged with 3 counts of felony criminal mischief and is being held on a $150,000 bond. Where's the GoFundMe for him? Democrats? Okay. She also has time to make an example out of these people. I believe it's like 5 people that got arrested, something like that. What is a hypocrite, though?
This is the definition of a hypocrite. Liberals are demanding the deportation of Elon Musk back to South Africa, but are raising hell because Donald Trump is deporting violent gang members like MS-13 back to their country.
Boom. Mic drop. I'm telling y'all, bro, the hypocrisy and the paradoxes that we see from the Democrat Party is astounding. And it's only because it's not being done on their part. That's really what it is. It's cool if they do it, but the problem if I do it is what Trump and his administration and Elon Musk is saying. But the fact that we still have violence going on against Tesla, honestly, I thought this whole thing died down, if I'm being completely honest. I really thought it died down. I thought, like, okay, cool. They got their little phase out the way, and people are learning that they will go to jail. Pam Bondi is actually looking at the cases, unlike the Letitia James case. Anywho, or, some other thing. But yeah, I would assume that they would look at those examples and these criminals would decide to proceed with caution. But no, they said they're going to go full throttle bold with it. But in response to this video, you are right. Thank you. They says you are confused about the issue, which is due process, which is part of our Constitution. Of course, they should be deported if they're criminals. What? Don't mistake liberals for, I can't even say that other R word. Woo-hoo. Oh, my gosh. Gutfield. Oh, my gosh. Y'all got to hear the way he put this. Elon is the one guy they want to put out of work, and he's not even getting paid.
To the monologue. This week, Doge perfectly exposed government bureaucracy in a nutshell. While working on the IRS website, Doge noticed the site's login button wasn't in the top right, like most websites. It's a small thing, but Doge noted it was weirdly placed in the middle of the page. So Doge wanted to move it to the right spot. But an IRS engineer said the soonest they could do that was July 21st, over 100 days from now.
Wow.
So what did Doge do? They stepped in and fixed it in 70 minutes.
Dang.
Here's how it looks now. See, there it is. They moved it from the middle to the top.
Now you wondering, okay, well, what does this have to do with anything? He finna drive it home right now.
It's a small thing, yeah. But the government would have needed 100 days to do it. To go from there to there. So imagine how long it takes for them to do stuff that actually requires more effort. This is how the government works. Hey, Steve, can we change the website a little? No problem, Joe. I'll have to submit a work order for that, which requires approval from the boss, and then we'll circle back at the monthly meeting for the next round of approvals. Then we'll hire a contractor to hire a subcontractor that will hire a teenager to make the change. Total cost to John Q. taxpayer, $60 billion. But hyperventilated. But when it's no longer on the taxpayer's dime, it gets done in minutes. See, this is why you need Elon and Doge. A government website shouldn't be harder than translating Jasmine Crockett into English. And this week, Doge uncovered millions of taxpayer dollars in unemployment insurance claims for people who haven't been born yet, over the age of 115, and even between the ages of 1 and 5.
Jasmine Crockett catching that straight like that was so appropriate. I mean, so appropriate. But no, he's right. Think about it, y'all. Like, really, seriously, sit there, think about it, dude. We need you to just move this login from right here to right here. Can you do that? Oh, yeah. It'll take 100 days. These are the same people that you want looking into your fraud. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I just had a brain fart. I know what I'm saying, but I don't know if I just said what I was trying to say right. I'm going to have to play back the video. But, yeah, y'all got what y'all at least get what I was trying to say. And if you don't, just go ahead and call me Cap in the comments. Y'all know I can take. But, yeah, it took 70 minutes to go ahead and knock out something, bro. Imagine all them with inflation and the time it would take for them to handle that. Imagine them with all these interest rates, you know, so many things, you know, that they dragging their feet with. But you get somebody, a teenager to come through, not a teenager, but, you know, a youngster, Gen Zer, come through, man, knock all that crap out in the 70 minutes in less than an hour and a half, like an hour and 10 minutes? An hour and 10 minutes, knocked out. Dave Ramsey says 100% of smart people support Elon Musk and Doge.
100% of the intelligent human beings walking around realize that the waste is really freaking ridiculous. Yeah. For the first time in modern history, everybody's talked about it. No one's ever done anything. Not in the GOP and not in the Dems. None of them have ever done anything. It takes this wild animal to go in there with a dadgum machete and a bunch of Gen Zs with algorithms and start stacking those cash flows and looking at this going, well, look at there. You know, we've got a transgender college that we just put $150 million in India or whatever. I made that up. But I mean, this stuff is coming out. It's insane. It's like science fiction. It's so bizarre. It's not even a debate about how whacked it is. It's just whacked. 100% of the intelligent human.
And the fact that people are up in arms and are willing to go against Elon Musk just for this, it really shows. The only people that crying are the people who are benefiting from this in a corrupt way. It's the only people that's crying. I mean, you got Congresswoman Crockett out here, like, you know, reporting $40K in earnings, but getting $9 million and all this other stuff. Like, makes you wonder why they up in arms. I'm gonna read a few comments for y'all. I'm afraid to go scroll in the comments on the videos in this video for y'all because of it's going to be considered violence if I show any sort of fire or whatever. Somebody says, of course it is. And any sensible person can see and understand this fact. The only people raising a stink are those whose gravy money is going to be stopped as a result. That money doesn't belong to them anyway. So let them have their hysterics until they get it. Somebody says, makes sense why liberals oppose Doge. Of course, they oppose common sense. Ramsey basically said what everyone is thinking. Both parties talk. Musk actually moves. It's Gen Z, code, and KI. I think that's why the left is so up in arms, too. Because they so used to just kind of talking about stuff and not doing stuff, creating an illusion of actually dismantling government waste and all that, but actually being the ones contributing to the government waste. It's not just waste, is it? Somebody says, isn't it theft to a greater extent? It most certainly is. Exactly. I made that up should be the Doge slogan. Somebody says, what? Made that up. Y'all go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life. And yeah, man, thank y'all for all the likes, comments, and shares. It's greatly appreciated. Peace.